Hey, my friend, what's going on? Happy New Year. 2025 just got kicked in the game. Casey here. I hope that you're ready to take over this year. One of the things that I like to do at the end of the year and the beginning of the new year, I like to start out with goal setting. So, in this video, let me talk about goal setting. I did an experiment last year. Let me share the results with you so that you can know whether this stuff works or not. My name is Cater. I help people build businesses utilizing the internet. If it's your first time on my channel, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Share with a friend. So today we're going to be talking about goal setting. One of the videos I like to do at the beginning of the year. Last year I experimented with something though, because I've been creating goals for the last 10 years. Once I got into entrepreneurship, I left my career. I was going to school to become a nurse in nursing school. I find out about entrepreneurship. Reason I really jumped in wasn't because of the goal setting part. It was more for the financial freedom part. You know, when I came into this whole journey of creating my own business, be my own boss, I saw the lifestyle that some of those people that was winning we're really having. Not the guru that like promises you but not really have the lifestyle, but the people who were actually doing the things, right? They were actually building the businesses and they were having the results. They were traveling the world. They had the bank account that was full of cash. You know, they was having the time with their family. They was having a lifestyle and have a business to support it. That was really attractive to me. And I wanted to learn how can I obtain that same results. And a lot of them always talk about the mindset. Most people that have some type of success, once you ask them, hey, how can I get the same results? They don't go into technicals and technical jargon and exactly what they are doing. They usually go, hey, I changed my mind. And the one thing that I realized that was very common with people that are successful is that it didn't matter of the field that they were successful, whether it was real estate, whether it was selling courses online, whether it was building an actual physical business, whether it was doing something that has to do with drop shipping, whether it was doing something that has to do with trading, whether it was writing their own books and sell it on Amazon and become a bestseller, whether it was someone that was in the decor industry. They had plenty of different way of creating multiple streams of income. Everybody, whether they were on Turo and have their own rental company, whether they had their own duplex apartment that they were having people rent, everyone always have the same common answer: work on the mindset. So even though the skill set might be different in different arena, but the mindset was always sound. They all talk about how they had to shift their mind in order for them to gain something that they never had before. They had to do something they never did before. So therefore, once I learned some skill set, I learned the mindset first, because your skill is gonna have to change 2 times. Because what's gonna happen, whatever field that you're part of, is gonna go through constant change, but your mind is what's gonna carry you through the changes as it happen, right? Because if you was using a system this year, maybe next year that system is not gonna work anymore. If you was having success this year into this field, maybe this field is not gonna work anymore, but there's gonna be a new opportunity next year. But if you build the mindset of success, it doesn't matter what the opportunity presented, you're gonna be able to bang. You're gonna be able to make it happen. So in the last 10 years, I've learned about goal setting, how to write down my goals, and just have a focus of what you want to happen. Know in your mind exactly what you want, because if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything, right? If you don't know what you want, anything that you get, you'll be satisfied with it, because you will not know the difference between what you want and what you got. So in order for you to know the difference between what you want and what you got, you have to know what you want, or else whatever you got, you'll be okay with it. So with goal setting, you sit down and say, hey, this is what I want. Now, when life gives you whatever it gives you, you will know the difference. This is not what I wanted. So in order for me to get what I want, what do I have to do in order for me to acquire the things that I need to get? If I need a fit body, and if at the end of the year I am fat, I'm not sleeping well, I'm not eating well, you jump on the scale and you're not the size, you're not fitting your pants, you're not fitting your clothes. Well, that's not what you want. You want a fit body. You want a healthy body. Then you're going to know, okay, I got what I don't want. How do I get what I want? Now, in order for you to get what you want, in order for you to have a fit body, you got to work out. You got to go to the gym. Maybe not go to the gym if you're going to do home workout. Maybe you got to go for a run in the morning. You got to exercise. You got to start moving. Maybe you got to start eating healthy. You got to change your diet. So there are things that you're going to be doing throughout the year that's going to give you the thing that you're looking for. The thing that you want, there are things that you got to do. It's no longer merely a wish. It's actually a goal. When it's a goal, you can work towards it. When it's a wish, you're just hoping. Hope is not a strategy. When I got into business and learned that people that sit back and hope that life is going to change for you, nothing is going to happen. The year's going to go by. You're going to find yourself in the same condition or in the worst condition than you started last year because you're hoping for someone to come and change your life. Well, if you're hoping for someone, let this video be the reminder. Let me be that someone that comes, but if you really want to make change, you are that person. You are that someone. I cannot come to your house and do the work for you. I cannot come and do the push-up for you. I wish somebody could do my sit-ups and my push-up for me. I wouldn't have to do it and outsource it, but I can't. Some of the stuff, you're going to have to do them yourself. So, talking about goal setting, why is it important? What is my experience? I'm going to share with you an experience that I had this year, but I wouldn't recommend it if it's your first time that you are trying goal setting. Let me know in the comment down below. Have you tried to write down your goals in the beginning of the year? And how long did it take you to quit on the goals? Most people, statistically, it is said that most people give up on their goal after 17 days. 17 days, because it takes about 21 days to create a new habit. Because if you can keep it going for 21 days consecutively, it's going to be a habit. You're going to keep doing it over and over. Most people quit by day 17, so they don't get to 21 and they let go. So people that gets excited right now, when I'm shooting this video, the beginning of the year, before this month is over, they're already done, finished, quit on the goal, and wait by December to set up a new goal. People get excited about setting up new goal because it's fresh as new. But the people who really reach their goal is the people by June, they're still working because people don't like the work. The work, setting up the goal is easy, but the work, the process to get there, that's what's hard. So here's my experiment. I'm going to show you those notebooks, right? So I can go back to these notebooks. This is the 2024. So you probably won't be able to see it. 2024 notebook. This was my notebook in 2024. This was my notebook in 2023. You might not be able to see the date on them. This is my notebook for 2025. It's fresh. I haven't write in it. I'm actually going to write my goals. This is where I do my goal setting. 2025. Now, although 2024, I did acquire this notebook. I did not acquire this notebook. This notebook right here, that's 2024. I did not acquire this notebook until like mid 2024 because I wanted to experiment something. So in the beginning of 2024, I said, I'm just gonna go in free flow. Whatever happens, I already know what I want. I'm not gonna write my goal like I did every year. Mind you, all the prior years, I was seeing success in my business and my life, and I always had these goals. Sometimes I don't reach these goals, but the fact that I have a plan. Here's the thing. When you write down your goal, you know what that does for you? You have a rail. You like a train on a rail. Like you going, because life is always going to derail you. Your goal is to always to get you back on the track. Life is always going to detrack you. So you like a train on a track. You going, like let's say this month you say, hey, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. All right, I'm going to lose 60 pounds by the end of the year. This is your track. That's your goal, right? You have a track, you keep it on. If you set it up one time, you never read it, you never see it, you forget that track. You can derail, you start eating the bad food and you start gaining weight. You don't even see that. But if you're someone that's checking your goals, you're writing them down every week, every day, you checking your size, guess what? By the end of the month, when you check yourself on the scale, by the end of the week, you're going to see I'm off track. So your goal is to always get yourself back on track. Why? Because you have your track to follow. Same thing for your financial goal. If you have financial goal and say, hey, I want to make $1 million this year, you're going to break it down into monthly goal, right? If I want to make $1 million a year, how much do I need to make in a month in order for me to reach that goal? If I want to make 100K for the year, how much do I need to make a month in order for me to reach that goal? Then break it down into weekly, small bite size. Because you might see $1 million is a big number. if you've never done $1 million in your business. If you've already done 7-figure, it might be nothing to you. But someone who's never done $1 million in the business, that's like a big number. But if you break it down from a million, you take it, okay, a million divided by 12, that's 100 grand a month, roughly 100 grand a month, because that will give you $1.2 million if you have 12 months in a year. So say roughly 100 grand a month. So when you break down 100 grand a month, you have 4 weeks in order for you to do the 100 grand a month. So that's about $25,000 a week. So now it's a lesser number than a million. You got $25,000 a week. You have 7 days in a week. Now you got to divide 25 by 7, which would be about $3,500 a day. So you need to make like $3,500 a day. So you know that number. Okay, I need to make 3.5K a day. How do I get to that number? Am I going to provide a service? Am I going to sell a course? Am I going to do a coaching? What am I going to do to get to that number that can provide me that number on a day-to-day basis? So now your goal went from a million for the year to $3,500 for the day. It's a lot easier, a lot more manageable. You can crush it and kill it that way easier. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comment if that makes sense. But either way, what I ended up doing, I said, hey, I'm just going to free flow. The one thing that I realized for the last 10 years, when I set up my goals, there's always a track to get back on. So if I derail, if I check myself and I see I'm not making the amount of money that I want to make, then I need to learn a new skill. Maybe I need to hire a new mentor. Maybe I need to learn something different in my business. Maybe I need to focus on income producing activities versus focusing on things that's not making me money. Maybe I need to get more assets that can produce income versus getting myself liabilities that's not creating cash flow in my life. So you'll be able to track, you'll be able to track yourself, track your results to know where you are. That way you can keep moving forward. So I've been doing that for the last 10 years. It's been working. Every year I've been able to improve my income, improve my goals, improve myself. But last year I decided, hey, I'm just going to free flow it. Let's see what happened. Man, I don't know if this just wanted to prove me something. My year went from bad to worse. But I don't think, me personally, as a person who knows what I need to get done, if you're a newbie, I highly recommend. It is proven by now to me. If you're a newbie, just getting started, writing your goals down, say this is what I want by the end of the month, by the end of this year, this is what I want, and this is what I'm willing to do to get it. Because if you write it down, it's just a wish. If you have a plan of action, then it's a goal. A goal without a plan is a wish. So if you have a goal, not only are you going to say, hey, I want to make 7 figures, but how? A lot of people would like to make $1 million in the business, but how? So you got to go figure out the how, whether it's building a new business, a new store, whether you're going to get a new skill set, whether you're going to get into real estate, whether you're going to learn how to trade cryptocurrency right now as the bull run in the crypto market is going crazy. You're going to need to have some type of skill set that match the income that you want to create. Okay, so retract. As I went through that year, right, it was a challenging year, and I said, hey, I'm not going to write things down. I know what I want. I'm just going to keep it that way. So my year went from bad to worse. Some of my business ended up shutting down. I had many issues where I had to fire a bunch of people that was working for me. I had to downsize in some of my business, and it got crazy. But I think what really saved me is somewhere in the middle of the year, I picked up a new skill, because what I just explained to you, I knew it, even though I wasn't writing down what was happening to me. Somewhere around April, March, I started learning how to trade cryptocurrency, which is a new skill because I didn't want to trade. I've spent a lot of time into building the business, building different brands online. Trading was not my cup of tea. But then when I learned how to trade on my own, it changed the game for me, right? It changed the game where I started having, $100 day, then $500 a day, then eventually $1,000 a day. Then eventually I had a $10,000 day. Then I had a $20,000 and a $50,000 and a $100K day. Totally crazy and doing some crazy numbers. I don't really share this on my channel. I have another channel for crypto. If you want to learn this stuff, I'll put let me know in the comment, and then I can put my crypto channel. But this is my main channel. But reason I'm making this video is so I can encourage you that it's a big difference if you're a beginner with goal setting, and even if you're someone who's been in the game for a while, it gives you a track to fall back on. So I am back this year early. Last year, I took 6 months before I because when I see things just wasn't rolling my way, I went and got myself a calendar. And this calendar is big time part of the responsible success of me having $100,000 day in one day. And I'm gonna tell you why. You might say, hey, would you like to know why? Would you like to know why? Let me know in the comment. Would you like to know why this calendar is responsible for having a 100K day last year? All right, so when I got this calendar, I was going through a rough patch. I was learning how to trade. I was losing money. I didn't know what I was doing. But I went and hired a mentor and started learning. And I come up with a strategy, learning how to backtrack the market, doing specific things. Because I had my calendar, I started to track things. So I'm going to show you specifically in the month of September. I can never let go of that graph because I made that graph. You will not see this anywhere else. This is responsible for a $1 million trade. $1 million trade. So a trade that turns $4,000 into $1 million. So let me show you. This, you will not find this at the store. This is only to me. So if you can see this, I might just try to put it on the screen because I know this is so bright. You might not be able to see this graph that's on this thing. See those graphs? How I graphed this month from fraction, from date, from time, tracking everything and backtracking everything in the market. That allowed me to track the market and took some amazing trade that played in my position, in my favor, and we killed it. And I have a course where I train people now how to do what I do. I train people my specific strategy. I have a school community where I teach people that stuff. If you're interested into the school community, let me know in the comment down below. Then if you're interested into the second part of the bull run, because every 4 years, crypto has what's called a bull run. And I learned to trade to take full advantage of the bull run now myself, okay? So that's what changed the game for me. So that calendar, the 2024, is a very important calendar to me because that contained a secret that I had to map out myself, and that include math that I learned when I was 10, 13, 15 years old. Because literally, I had to use fraction strategy that I learned when I was 14, 15 years old. And it's now these things came into fruition, came into the formula. I literally wrote down a formula in there, and because of that formula, I was able to take some crazy trades. Not just one, I took a bunch of them, and I shared some of the results on my Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, some people that follows me there, and on different social media platforms, and people love it. But so tracking back, that's the power of a calendar. That's the power of step-by-step things to follow. So therefore, I am starting my 2025. I'm starting early. I'm not even going to wait to get the calendar later, right? So I got my 2025 calendar. We're about to set the goal, set the expectation, and then set the how. We don't just want the goal, but we need to get the how. So if you're going to do the same thing, I highly recommend you don't just set the goal, set how you're going to get there. What are you going to do to get there? And hopefully we can share some notes. If you would like to join my community, I'm going to put the link down below. Let me know. But remember, writing down your goal is powerful. It gives you something to see. It gives you something that you can track yourself. It gives you some data of where you're going, and you can check yourself. Most people, they're going to have wish at the beginning of the year. They wish for this, wish for that. The only people that's going to get their goals and their dreams is the people with a plan and the people that works it throughout the year until they get there. Let's go get it. It was your boy Casey. I hope you appreciate this video. Let's go crush it this year. I'm ready to take it to the next level. I hope you are too. I'll see you on the next one. Let's go. See you guys later. Bye.